Apart from being considered one of the most influential guitarists of all time, Eric Clapton has stacked a pile of cash during his career. But have you ever stopped to wonder about just how this Grammy-winning singer-songwriter lives? In this video, you'll find everything out about Eric Clapton's luxurious life. But before we begin, I challenge you to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. And you've got just 5 seconds for that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Type hashtag I want to be a star in the comments so we know you got it. British guitarist and singer-songwriter Eric Clapton was born in the year 1945 in Ripley, Surrey, England as Eric Patrick Clapp. He started playing guitar as a teenager and joined several bands, but he didn't shoot into the limelight until the release of his album 461 Ocean Boulevard. Over the years, he's gone on to receive 18 Grammy Awards as well as the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music. Besides being known for his unique guitar playing skills and media controversies, Eric Clapton is one of the most significant and relevant musicians ever. Over the years, he's made millions of dollars, which brings his new net worth to over $400 million. How does he spend his money? Let's find out. An art collection valued at over $200 million. Clapton's versatility cannot be overemphasized. Other than having a remarkable music career, the singer has a unique taste in art, and this has been proven many times by the number of great pieces he's bought. He's picked up different pieces of unique art throughout his career for fairly small prices compared to what they ended up fetching him. Eric Clapton sold 3 art pieces at an auction event for a total price of $77.3 million. He bought those art pieces for not more than $4 million. Wow, if that's not some crazy business sense, I don't know what is. The profit he made from the art sales even earned him the nickname of the $74 million man. The pieces of the collection he auctioned off were created by Gerhard Richter. Aside from the art pieces he sold off, the Grammy Award-winning singer also has Edgar Degas' Le Sommeil, Henri Matisse' Ne Debout, and Maurice Utrelo's Le Bouquet in his collection. His art collections are said to be worth over $200 million. He's got real estate valued at over $22 million. Eric Clapton's real estate portfolio will make you think twice about your life. His love for architecture is expressed in how artsy his home is, as we already showed you the expensive art he spends on. So it shouldn't be such a surprise that such a person would dabble in real estate. Although a huge amount of Clapton's wealth is as a result of his music career, he has also made his money from real estate. He recently put his home in Provence, Venice up for sale, and it was sold for $3.1 million. The singer's love for real estate is further established when he bought a big mansion in Antigua for $14 million. This place is now popularly called Steadfast Point, and he leases out the rooms for $103,000 per week. Clapton is really a man of many wonders. Well, he didn't stop there. He not only spent on real estate, but he also has an amazing car collection valued at $50 million. Eric Clapton's car collection will literally make you drool. A lot of people know Eric Clapton for his guitar playing skills and his songs. What few people know is that he's also a leading classic car collector. His first love is Ferrari. For someone who's nicknamed Slowhand, it's quite an irony that he'd have such a deep love for fast cars. His passion for Ferrari began in the late 1960s, and it was encouraged by his friendship with another Ferrari-loving icon, George Harrison. The singer even has songs about cars. The collection of cars in his possession would leave you gasping. He used to have 21 cars that were said to be worth roughly over $50 million, but he's already sold off most of them. But he still has quite a number of expensive cars in his possession. A Porsche Cayenne Turbo sounds like a car you'd find in the garage of a classic car collector like Eric Clapton. The car is sold for over $88,000. He also has a Ferrari 360 Spider that costs $182,000, a $205,000 Porsche 911 Turbo, along with a $229,000 Ferrari 575M Maranello. Another car on his long list is his famous 1968 Ferrari Dino 206 GT, which costs roughly over $251,000. Other cars in his possession are a $304,000 Ferrari 365 GTC, a $310,000 plus Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, a $332,800 Ferrari 612 Scaglietti, and a $528,100 Ferrari Daytona. So far, we've only seen the cars below the $1 million mark. Let me burst your bubble, there is still more to come. Costing more than $1.2 million, here is the 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso. Clapton also owns a 1991 Ferrari F40 that currently sells for $1.4 million, along with a Ferrari 275 GTB that's worth $3 million, and a $3.7 million Ferrari Enzo. Last, but definitely not least, is the 2012 Special Ferrari that was custom made for Eric. His love for this car is so overwhelming that it's only normal he has a custom-made car for him. His Ferrari SPC12EC, Special Project Custom 12 Eric Clapton, cost him over $4.7 million. It is the most expensive of his collection, and the reason is pretty obvious. Luxury really is a different ballgame. If you've enjoyed this video up until now, make sure to subscribe to our channel. He has a super yacht valued at $12 million. When you hear the statement, luxury is a lifestyle, you should probably think of Eric Clapton from now on. It's only natural that a man of his caliber would own a super yacht, and such a yacht should be expected to supersede every man's imagination. Clapton has registered himself as a man whose great taste touches every little thing he possesses. The influential guitarist is the proud owner of an MY Va Bene, a luxury yacht designed by Richard Hine and built in 1992 by Kees Cornelissen. Clapton bought this beautiful super yacht from its owner, Bernie Ecclestone, who named her Petara in 2005 for a whopping sum of $8 million. The annual running cost of this beauty is said to be over $1 million, which brings the total value to $12 million. If you've got a net worth of over $70 million, buying a yacht for $12 million is probably just a walk in the park. Now, how can we forget his luxurious house? He's got houses over $3.84 million. Clapton's houses are so expensive that anyone would think twice before walking in front of it. When it comes to houses, most people just want a place to rest their heads for the night and probably make a family. Well, not for our award-winning musician. Eric Clapton is so in love with his architecture and real estate that he can't help but acquire beautiful houses that stand out to him. He has houses in different places, and every one of his houses is known to be designed by one great designer or the other. He has a mansion in Dublin that's said to have cost him roughly $1.84 million. He bought the house in 2003. The house designs are one to look out for and is said to attract lots of attention. His home in Ewhurst, United Kingdom is said to have cost him over $2 million. The beautiful Italian-styled villa and home have been referred to as Hurtwood Edge for several years now. If there's one thing Eric Clapton's telling us, it's we should definitely invest in what we love. Luxurious watches valued at over $2.9 million. We don't mean to shade anyone, but Clapton's watch collection is worth more than some people's net worth, mine included. Clapton has to be one celebrity who doesn't settle for less in any aspect of his life, and it goes as far as the watches that grace his wrist. He is a staunch lover of Patek Philippe designs, and most news outlets even associate the brand with him. Some time back, he sold a few of his wristwatches, and 3 out of them were Patek Philippe. The first one cost almost $642,000, another $1.03 million, while the last Patek Philippe was auctioned off for the price of $1.28 million. Among the wristwatches he sold off, there were 2 Rolex Daytonas. One sold for as high as $23,100, and while the other was auctioned off for $41,100. These amounts are crazy, and it gets even crazier when you realize that these are only a few watches he sold off. Taking a walk into this man's closet is definitely going to feel like walking into a money printing shop. So, there you have it. If you want to see more extravagant spending of other stars, make sure to watch the other videos on our channel. See you next time.